A very pleasant good afternoon to you from Las Vegas. We're in the Ken Scares Memorial Studio here at Doc Romero Softball Park in Las Vegas. We're at field number 6, and the first pitch of this game has just been thrown, and it is a line drive down the left field line. A fair ball, and it'll be a double for the leadoff batter, Lauren Lowe. I'm Rich Siegel along with Dr. Joel Tremblay. You'll hear from him in just a few minutes. This is a contest between I'd Hit That from Seattle against the Baby Crushers from Santa Ana. This is our third game this day on the Cloud Sports Network. We'll have 3 more coming up later on this afternoon, but first things first, the leadoff batter hits the first pitch for a double, and that's how our game begins. Veronica Villarreal, the batter.
And if you've been watching us through the day, the I'd Hit That team probably looks a little bit familiar. They were part of our first game that we broadcast here from Doc Romeo today, where they tied in that first game against the Vita Locas from Yakima in the Evergreen Cup.
And that pitch is outside for a ball. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. And the next one, swung on and lined down the left field line, and that is a foul ball.
And again, some of the softball games you may watch at other tournaments have what's called a foul to give. So if you get 2 strikes and hit a foul ball, you get 1 more swing. But here at this year's Sin City Classic, there is no foul to give. So if you have 2 strikes and hit a foul ball, you are out. Otherwise, pitches to be legal need to be higher than 6 feet or lower than 12 feet. And then, of course, cross the plate somewhere between the batter's shoulders and knees.
And that pitch is a ball, and it's a walk for the second batter. Veronica Villarreal will bring up Kara Erickson. Kara plays shortstop, and she also bats from the right side. She has runners at first and second here in the top of the first. 55-minute contest. First pitch is inside. And the next one misses, ball 3. 3-1. Erickson takes a strike call. She thought it was ball 4, was about to toss her bat, but the umpire, the home plate umpire, yells strike, and the count is full at 3-2. And the next delivery. And she swings, and she hits a ground ball to short. Shortstop goes to third base. Nice play. And the lead runner, Lauren Lowe, is out. The putout will go 6-5. So it's a fielder's choice on the play. Villarreal into second. So it's now first and second and 1 out for Steph McClusker, the right center fielder. And the first pitch is inside for a ball.
That pitch to Erickson that she made the out on looked a little bit inside, but no way she couldn't swing at it after having the last pitch she took be an unexpected strike.
And here is the next delivery. Swung on and hit high in the air to the shortstop. And the infield fly rule in effect. The putout is made. And it's 2 out.
Infield fly rule, something that always confuses everybody, but there are batters on first and second, or the bases are loaded, and the ball is deemed easily catchable by the umpire, then it's an automatic out for the batter.
All right, here is Kristen Halbert-Vincent. She pitched in her team's first game against the Vita Locas an hour plus ago, but now in this game she is playing first base. And here is illegal. Two outs in the inning, runners at first and second, and that pitch is a ball, and that's another walk. That will send Villarreal to third, Erickson to second, and on first base is now Halbrook Vincent. Bases are loaded with 2 outs for Angie Dickmeyer, the right fielder. And the first pitch is missing for a ball. And the next one, swung on. And there is a grounder to short. She'll go to third. The ball is too high, goes over the third baseman and to the fence, and a run will score. 2 runs scored. And it is 2-0.
So the Baby Crusher's almost out of it on that grounder. Just needed to get that ball to third base. But it was a little hurried and just overthrew that ball. So as you say, Rich, we get 2 runs, our first 2 runs of the game, and we have runners now.
Second and third.
Second and third.
Halbrook Vincent at third, Dickmeyer at second. That was an easy play. First pitch is a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. And now the next one. And that's swung on and lifted in the air to shallow right center field. Right center fielder comes over and makes the catch. And the inning is over. That's Taylor Buck. But in the inning, we had 2 runs score for I'd Hit That. We go to the bottom of the first. Baby Crushers will come to bat, trailing 2-0 on the Cloud Sports Network.
And we are going to use these mid-inning changeovers to tell you about some of our fabulous sponsors here at Cloud Sports Network and with the Sin City Classic. And one of them is Gypsy. Gypsy is back. The iconic, legendary Las Vegas queer space has returned. With more than $4 million in improvements, the Gypsy is back and better than ever. A blend of nostalgia and modern luxury, Gypsy will soon become your go-to spot for all things thrilling about the Las Vegas queer scene. Visit GypsyLasVegas.com for more information. That's Gypsy, G-I-P-S-Y, Las Vegas, all spelled out, .com.
This is the 18th annual Sin City Classic being held in Las Vegas. This is an event that is put on by GLASA, the Greater Los Angeles Sports Association. We always look forward to coming out here for this event. I call this the first softball tournament of the year, but there is more than just softball that is going on this weekend. There is flag football. I believe there's some golf. There may be some tennis. There's some basketball, there's dodgeball, there's kickball, there's bridge, and a whole host of other athletic events going on that people are out here for. Big sports festival.
And if you can't be here and want to participate and are watching our broadcast on the Sin City Classic YouTube or Facebook pages, please get in the chat and tag your friends. Let other people know that your friends are playing. We've had 2 very competitive games, one decided by 1 run and one ending in a tie. We hope to have a third one for you here before we take our little break and then the tournament starts. But please do participate. You can let us know if you have a shout out for somebody or just who you are rooting for.
That's right. You have a shout out? We'll mention it. We have a beautiful day here again in Las Vegas. The weather has been seasonal. Normal high temperature 59. Yesterday we had a high of 60, so we were where we should have been. Today a little bit cooler. We've got a little bit of a breeze. Leadoff batter for the Baby Crushers from Santa Ana will be Leslie Cardenas, the shortstop, and she stands in and she is waiting for the first pitch from Bree Wilka. And it's outside for a ball.
And we mentioned that I'd Hit That tied in the first game of full play. The Baby Crushers, this is their first game. They're playing now at noon, and then they play again at 2 against the Scissor Me Timbers.
There is a pop-up, shallow right center field. Right center fielder ranges over to her right to make the catch, and that is out number 1.
And we've mentioned a couple teams where at some point in the game we saw a rover out playing a little bit behind second, very sort of shallow. Looks like the right field is a little bit shallow, but more of a traditional 4 outfielder defense here for the I'd Hit That at this point in the game.
Tiffany Laird with the batter, the extra hitter, one of 2 of those. And the first pitch to her is a strike called. Bree Wilka's catcher is Julia Flores, who's tossed back to the pitcher, got behind her, backed up by the second baseman. And the count, or the next pitch rather, swung on, and there is a slow roller to shortstop, bobbled by the shortstop. She comes up throwing, and the ball gets by the first baseman to the fence. So it'll be a base runner for Baby crushes as Laird reaches first base. Michelle Terrazas will be the batter, the second base person, wearing number 22 and also batting from the right side. And the first pitch swung on, and there is a foul ball to the third base side, giving chase the third baseman, unable to make the play. It's just to her right, and that was Sydney Nair with a good attempt. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. This ball is hit up the middle for a base hit. They throw to second base to try to get the runner coming in, but too late. So there'll be runners at first and second now for Lynn Jordan. And the first pitch to her is a ball. And that pitch also misses. That's a little bit outside, ball 3.
That is a very pink bat.
And there's a strike called. Yes, I just noticed that. Pretty in pink. Swing and a miss. Out number 2 for Colleen Larned, the left fielder. First pitch. Swung on and bounced to the shortstop. And off her glove and into left center field. The runners will be held. There'll be no attempt to score. Thought about it, but not. So the bases will be loaded with 2 out. Laird thought about coming home, but thought better of it. Terrazas at second. And now the batter will be Rebecca Singer, the left center fielder. And there is a foul to the right side. Laird at third, Terrazas at second, Larned at first. Here's the next delivery. Swung on, and there is a bouncer to third. Third baseman will run to the bag herself, tags the base, and that ends the inning. Terrazas forced at third, 5 unassisted. And we go to the top of the second. Still 2-0. I'd hit that here on the Cloud Sports Network.
This game is again in the women's D+.
What does that mean?
Yes, let's talk about that. So yesterday, if you watched this, we were in the Open Legends D, which meant it was D softball as judged by International Pride Softball ratings for the Open Division, and everybody had to be over 50 or turning 50 by the time of the World Series this year. For Women's Plus, often Women's Plus is talking about inclusion of transgender and non-binary athletes within this division. Everybody can play in this division except cisgender men, whereas in Open, cisgender men can play. But in this, it also means that it is plus in the sense that this is a notch above D, but not quite C. So these are people who are rated as D players mostly, I believe, by the Asana rank classification system, but they are allowed to have some C players in this division. So it is D+, meaning it is a little bit above D, but yet something below C.
Bree Wilka, the pitcher, will lead off in the top of the second, and she takes the first pitch and lifts one into left center field, and that ball is caught by the left center fielder for out number 1.
Definitely one of the harder hit balls we've seen today, but right at somebody.
Kaylin Barnwell, the batter, the second baseman. And she pops it up in foul territory, and the catch is made by the catcher, Teresa Crawford. 2 pitches, 2 out. Marley Maxwell will be the batter, the EH, one of 2 EHs in this team. The second one will bat next, and that ball on the first pitch is popped in the air and basket caught a la Mr. Mays by the shortstop, and that ends a very quick inning. I don't think that inning took 2 minutes.
Do you know Spanish? I know enough. Hola, ladies. ¿Qué hacer esta noche?
Pues no sé. We just got here. It's our first time.
Hola, ¿dónde ir hoy, señoritas?
We don't know. We just got here. It's our first time.
So that inning took about maybe a minute and a half to play because there were 3 pitches thrown, and 3 outs later we go to the bottom of the second.
And we are still 2-0 in favor of I'd Hit That from Seattle over the Baby Crushers of Santa Ana. Baby Crushers are the home team.
Or will lead off here in the bottom of the second. Elizabeth is the pitcher for Baby Crushers from Santa Ana. She uses that pink bat as well, and the first pitch is a ball. The next one, 3.
So I'd Hit That is actually a fairly common name in softball these days, it seems, especially among women's leagues. There's an I'd Hit That team in San Diego where I'm from. Baby Crushers is a new one to me, and I'm a little bit afraid to ask about it.
Strike called. It's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. This is our third game here on the Cloud Sports Network. There's a ground ball into right field for a base hit. Opposite field single for Scripture here in the bottom of the second. And that'll bring up Maya Morin. The third baseman stands in. That's from the right side. And the first pitch is just a bit outside. The next delivery is a strike called. It's 2-2. And Bree Wilka throws a 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Illegal, but swung on and hit into left field for a base hit. It'll be runners at first and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the second for the Baby Crushers. And Alexa Kudos, the batter. And you say you can swing an illegal pitch even if it's called illegal.
You can swing at it, and you take whatever outcome you get. They're usually not good pitches, but sometimes they're flat, and people like to hit those.
That pitch is high for a ball.
What I'm kind of loving here is the catcher, number 12, Julia Flores. You don't see so many catchers get all the way down in softball, and she is really looks like she could be in the majors.
Little flare out to the second baseman off her glove. There'll be no play at first base as the runner beats the fielder, and the bases will be loaded. For Tyler Buck.
I think I heard them say Tyler out
Tyler?
there. It's an unusual spelling, but I think that's what they said.
Tieler, the right center fielder. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the bottom of the second of a 2-0 game. And the first pitch to Buck is a strike called. Scripture at third, Morin at second, Quiroz at first. A single, and a single.
And that ball from Quiroz just had eyes right between the two fielders.
And the next pitch to Buck. Swung on beyond the pitcher's reach into center field. 1 run has scored. They will hold the other runner at third. Leslie Cardenas was running for Scripture, and she made it home. That is the first run of the game for the Baby Crushers. It'll bring up the first baseman, Bobby Rodriguez. And here we go, first pitch. is a strike called on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We have Morin at third, Quiros at second, Buck at first. Here is the 1-2. Swung on and hit in the air to right center field. That ball gets down. It'll go as a hit. They get the ball back in, but a run has scored, and another runner came about a quarter of the way down the third base line, but with nobody out there was no reason to chance it. So it's a 1-run single. The bases are still loaded, and we get to the bottom of the order, and Teresa Crawford, the catcher.
So 5 hits in a row for the Baby Crushers.
So Quiros at third, Buck at second, Rodriguez at first, and still there are no outs in the inning. Teresa Crawford now. Strike called. And the next one is a pitch inside for a ball. And the next toss. Popped up on the left side. It's in foul territory. And there's no play on third baseman and catcher gave chase, but it wasn't hit that high and fell between them. And that is an out. That's the first out of the inning on the strikeout on the foul ball. No courtesy foul, remember, in the tournament this week. And we go back to the top of the order, and Leslie Cardenas, who flied out to right center in her only other plate appearance. Her team lead is tied 2-2. And the bases are loaded. The first pitch is a ball. And Bree Wilka's next pitch. Swung on and grounded to the shortstop. Nice backhand. She'll go to second for 1. No play at first base, and a run does score as Alexa Quiros crosses the plate with the third run in the inning. Buck to third. The force out, Rodriguez at second, goes 6-4. And Cardenas is on at first base on the fielder's choice.
Probably a good choice there by the shortstop. I'm not sure she had a play at the plate anymore. Didn't really have a chance at the double play, but probably the smartest place to send it over there to second.
First pitch to Tiffany Laird, who singled in the first inning, is a pitch outside for a ball. Here is the next one, and it is a ball. There's a strike. It's 2-2. And there is a slow roller to third base. Pitcher over. There is no play. They go to second, but no play. Ball wasn't hit that hard. The pitcher and the third baseman converged on the ball. Third baseman tried to get a force out at second. Unable to. Tyler Buck did hold third base. Cardenas is safe at second. And Laird safe at first. Fielder's choice, no out for Michelle Terrazas, who singled in her first plate appearance. She has the bases loaded with 2 out, and the first pitch is a ball.
And we just heard we are a little over halfway through this game. There are 24 minutes left before there would be no more new innings.
There is a swing and a line foul down the left side. Here's the next delivery. Swung on and lined into left field, and that ball is down for a hit. 1 run will score, and everybody else moves up a base. Tyler Buck scores the 4th run of the inning and the 4th run of the game on an RBI single by Terrazas and Lynn Kierden, the batter, the extra hitter.
Here, the 10th batter to come to plate in this inning.
And she grounds one to the second baseman, bobbled by the second baseman, recovers and throws in time. And that's number 3, and it ends the inning, but it was a good inning for the Baby Crushers. They score 4. We go to the top of the third. Our new score, the Baby Crushers 4. I'd hit that 2 here on the Cloud Sports Network.
And while the Baby Crushers did take the lead, that could have been a lot worse. They had in the first 5 batters, they had scored 2 runs and had the bases loaded with nobody out. They only got 2 more, so overall not what the I'd Hit That would have wanted, but actually did a pretty good job of limiting the damage there. Hit That needing to get something going down too. They're going to have the extra hitter, Solandra Shippentower, leading off the bottom of the 3rd inning. They haven't quite made it through their lineup yet. She's the number 11 hitter.
Again, our score 4-2.
And we've talked about extra hitters. So in the Sin City Classic, most of the rules are from what's called USA Softball. There's a few adaptations to them for the various women's and legends and open divisions, but most of them you're allowed to have up to 2 extra hitters. So you're going to play 10 people in the field. You're going to have 2 more extra hitters. And a lot of times in pool, you see the extra hitters used to get people in the game.
There is a pop-up hit out into shallow left center field. The left center fielder over and makes the catch, and that's the first out as Shalandra Shippenhauer hit the first pitch. So let me tell you, this means that the last 4 batters that have come to the plate for I'd Hit That have all hit the first pitch. And here is Julia Flores, the catcher. She swings at the first pitch and lifts one to the shortstop, and that's out number 2.
And you can imagine the manager saying, hey, be patient, take a pitch, but it's hard to take a pitch with a 1-1 count without a foul to give, because you get 1 pitch and it's a strike and you have to swing at anything close from then on out.
Here is the first pitch to the top of the order batter, Lauren Lowe. Lauren Lowe hit a double to start the game, and she would eventually be forced at third base. So she bats with 2 outs and nobody on. And this pitch is inside. Home plate umpire will do a little manicure on the home plate so he can get his brush out of his pocket.
Umpire noting that the plate, even clean, is a little brown stain, so doesn't make it a whole ton better, but nice to try.
The next delivery is a strike called. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Veronica Villarreal would bat next if Lauren Lowe gets on. There is a foul to the left side, and she is out. That's the strikeout, and that ends the inning. Nothing across for I'd Hit That in the top of the 3rd. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Our score remains the Baby Crushers 4 and the I'd Hit That from Seattle 2 on the Cloud Sports Network.
And we'll take this moment to tell you once again about our sponsor, Gypsy. Gypsy is back. The iconic, legendary Las Vegas queer space has returned. With more than $4 million in improvements, the Gypsy is back and better than ever. A blend of nostalgia and modern luxury, Gypsy will soon become your go-to for all things thrilling about the Las Vegas queer scene. Visit gypsylasvegas.com for more information. That's Gypsy, G-I-P-S-Y, LasVegas.com.
G-I-P-S-Y. Bree Wilka returns to the circle for the I'd Hit That. And she will face Colleen Larned, Rebecca Singer, and Elizabeth Scriptior here in the 3rd inning.
And just to finish up the extra hitter discussion, I mentioned this is pool play, so a lot of teams will use both extra hitters, and that's going to have them put 12 people in the batting order. But as you go into the tournament for elimination games, often you will start going to only 11 or 10 players, basically your best bats. You have to bring extra players to these kind of tournaments because you're going to have injuries, you're going to have people tire out, but then you need to get them to play. So oftentimes pool play is when they'll get those players in, and then maybe less so only as subs in the actual tournament.
Thank you for that. Colleen Larned takes the first pitch for a ball. And the next delivery to her, swung on, and there is a pop-up in foul territory. Third baseman drops the ball. She had it in her glove, and it just popped out of her glove it's just going to be a strike. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. All right, here's the pitch. And that is a ball.
Let's see if she comes back in here with another inside pitch and tries to get that foul for an out.
Nope. Ball 4. Leadoff walk here in the bottom of the third. And Rebecca Singer hit into a ground ball, into a fielder's choice to the third baseman in the first inning. She bats with a runner at first base and nobody out. And the first pitch is a pitch on the outside corner for a strike. And there is a ground ball to second baseman, flips to the shortstop for 1, to first, and a double play.
So 4-6-3 on what they might call a tailor-made 2. You could see that happening when the ball was rolling to second base. It was hard hit enough to have time to make the play, and good throws all around.
That's another nice defensive play here. We've seen plenty of that this morning. Here is Elizabeth Scriptior, who singled and scored in the second inning. She bats with nobody on and 2 outs here in the third inning, using that pink bat, that bright pink bat. There is a grounder to the shortstop. She thought she was going to throw to second. There was nobody on, and so her throw to first is late.
I think we have a conversation here about who can maybe be a courtesy runner.
And the courtesy runner is going to be Tyler Buck.
And there's a couple different rules
Well, now,
that can
wait
be
a minute.
in play.
Is that right? Why would she be running? She's so close to coming up in the batting order. Is that number 5? Can you tell? I thought that's the number I saw. Their first pitch is a strike called to Maya Morin.
It's number 3, I think.
Leslie Cardenas. Swing and a miss.
So there's a couple different ways you can get different runners on base. The courtesy runner, you can put anybody out there once an inning. If there's somebody who has what they call a player inclusion policy, might have some difficulty moving, then you can also have a runner, but that has to be the last out. That's a change that's been made for the last couple of years.
And there is a swing and a miss, and strike 3. The inning is over. So nothing happening for the Baby Crushers here in the bottom of the third.
And honestly, Rich, each team has had 1 inning. I'd Hit That got their 2 in the first inning, and Baby Crushers got their 4 in the second inning. Other than that, no scoring. The Baby Crushers have tended to put a couple more people on base in the innings where they don't score and move through the lineup a little faster. But it's really been 1 inning each year so far.
7 in a row have been retired by the pitcher Elizabeth Scriptior, as the I'd Hit That made the last out in the first inning. They went 3 up, 3 down in the second and the third. In that second inning, 3 batters came to the plate, and 3 pitches later, the inning was over. And the first 2 batters in the third inning hit the first pitch, and then their third batter in the inning looked at 5 pitches before striking out on the foul ball. So returning to the circle is number 2, Elizabeth Scriptior, and she will face the number 2, 3, and 4 batters, Veronica Villarreal, Kara Erickson, and Steph McClusker, to bat here in the top of the fourth. Baby Crushers have a 4-2 lead over I'd Hit That. Everybody takes their place on the field, and as the coaches, the base coaches also. And the first pitch to Villarreal is a ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. The next one swung on and lifted it's a fair ball, just beyond the reach of the third baseman and on into left field for a base hit. Ball was a little too far for Maya Morin. She needed a ladder to get that one, and it goes into left field for a leadoff single. And that'll bring up Kara Erickson, the shortstop, who reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run in the first inning. And the first pitch to her. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Second baseman makes the call, makes the basket catch, stumbles a little bit after making the catch, but holds on to the ball, and that is the first out of the fourth inning.
And that's a nice play by the second base person coming in there. When you're pitching, they tell you that anything that's over your head is not yours because you're not going to have a good angle on it and because you might run into the person. The pitcher wisely stopped, but wasn't so clear at the beginning that the second base person would get in there.
Steph McClusker, the batter, popped to the shortstop in the first inning. Runner at first base, one out. McClusker swings and hits one into left field for a solid single. It'll be runners at first and second and one out. So McClusker singles, Villarreal held at second base, and the batter will be Kristen Halbrook-Vincent, the first baseman, trying to get that runner home from second base, and the first pitch to her is hit in the air to left center field. High enough, a catch is made, no tag by either runner, 2 outs. Angie Dickmeyer, the batter. And the first pitch to her, she swings and she hits one foul to the left side, giving chase the left fielder, but it's a foul ball.
That ball had some carry.
Yes, it did. All right, here's the next delivery. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and the pitch is inside for a ball. It's 2-2. Wind picks up just a little bit. It was not breezy at all yesterday, but we're seeing the uniforms. Well, yes.
And our canopies are lifting off the ground here. We're going to stay with you as far as we can. And that was,
I think that's a strikeout. We're trying to protect everything here. And that is a strikeout. And that ends the inning.
So I'd hit that with a couple more folks on base than in the prior 2 innings, but end result the same, no runs, and they are still trailing at this point, 4-2 behind the Baby Crushers.
We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning.
Our production team working on tying down the canopy here, which we have to do from time to time. We are not yet at broadcast in the car level wind. No, if you saw us at the World Series in Las Vegas last year, we did in fact have to do that. Right now making it work with the bungee cord and the cable ties. And we'll take a minute here to talk about another friend and sponsor, the United States Gay Sports Network, and they invite everybody to come out and play. USGSN is America's only LGBTQ plus sports directory that promotes every league and tournament in the country. If you want to find a league or tournament by and for the LGBTQ plus community and its allies, then head over to usgsn.com.
Bree Wilka back on the mound here in the bottom of the 4th inning with the leadoff batter is Alexa Quiros, and she hits one foul to the right side. Next pitch is a pitch for a ball.
I was wondering if Quiros could get it over into the gap. The pitcher threw the ball before the shortstop was set. Somebody might need to tell her to slow down a little bit.
Thank you. One of the Vita Locas securing our broadcast, one of the things that, let's get the out here at first base. 6-3, Alexa Quiros grounding out to the shortstop. We have one of the players from the Vita Locas helping nail down our part of our tent here. It was nice of her to do that.
It was very nice of her, and The throw from shortstop a little bit high, but the first base person managed to snag it down and just back up a little bit.
Tyler Buck hits one out into right field. Right fielder comes on. Did she make the catch? No, she did not. Would have been a fantastic catch, but just out of her reach, and so it'll be a single for Buck. And she is a one-out base runner for Bobby Rodriguez, who singled in her first plate appearance. We could do without the wind. I'm telling you, nothing is worse. There'll be a courtesy runner now for Tyler Buck. Here the pitch to Bobby Rodriguez is outside for a ball. Here's the next one. Swung on, and there is a pop-up in the shallow right field again. And the catch is made. A nice catch by the right fielder, Angie Dickmeyer.
Almost a carbon copy of the last play, except a different result this time, with her getting the glove under the ball and catching it.
It is Teresa Crawford, the catcher. She struck out on a foul ball in the second inning. She bats with 2 outs and 1 on here in the fourth inning. And the first pitch is a high one, but if she hits it out into the outfield, and the catch is made by the left center fielder. That's Veronica Villarreal, and the inning is over. No runs scored for the Baby Crushers in the bottom of the fourth. So now we head to the top of the fifth, and our score remains the Baby Crushers of Santa Ana 4, and the I Hit That from Seattle 2 on the Cloud Sports Network.
And you got to think I'd Hit That is going to need to get those runs back that inning. I'm not sure how much time we have left, but since it was under 25 the last time we checked, I'm guessing it's under 10 now, maybe pushing 5. So they may not get many more chances at this. But what they've got coming up in the order is looks like Sydney Nauer, the number 7 hitter, and then below. And that part of the lineup did not do well their first time through.
She fly to right center field in the first inning.
So again, after this game, we are going to take a little bit of a lunch break and get reset, but we will be back in the afternoon for more Women's Plus games, and I believe at that time we will be at or getting close to when the bracket part of the tournament starts. I did see a 2 o'clock game that was still a pool game that's going to be the next game of the Baby Crushers, so probably after that perhaps. There'll be a little extra break and we'll get the tournament started.
The first pitch of the fifth inning is a strike called to Naor. Swung and a pop-up on the infield. Shortstop calls for it, and she makes the catch, and that is the out number 1 in the top of the fifth.
That shortstop is pretty solid, but I'm betting her manager is yelling frequently that she should use 2 hands. Some of them look a little casual out there, though effective in the end.
The pitcher, Bree Wilka, will be the batter. Has her fan club to our left. She goes after the first pitch and grounds one fair down the line into left field for a base hit.
And if you are enjoying the broadcast in our third fairly tight game in a row.
And she knows she's going to get hung up between first and second. Second baseman throws back to first. They go back the other way. First baseman throws to the shortstop. Back to the catcher. The catcher now throws to the shortstop. It gets behind her. Wilka still hung up between first and second. Number 22 throws to the shortstop, and the out is made.
To score that play by the number of throws, but I will tell you this, that was a beautiful defensive rundown by these Baby Crushers. It is hard to do the back and forth throws, get the people running in behind so that you all have always somebody to throw to between the runner and the base. It took a few extra throws, but that was actually very well done.
5 different people touched the ball. It was actually the third baseman, Maya Morin, who made the putout on the assist by the second baseman, Michelle Terrazas. So instead of a runner at first base and 1 out, it's now nobody on and 2 out, and the batter is Kaylin Barnwell, who swings and pops one up on the infield, and the shortstop makes the one-handed catch, and the inning is over.
Little bit surprised that Wilka tried to run on that. It wasn't so hard hit, it was clear, and you're down 2, so getting one person in scoring position is not going to probably be the difference in the game. I know you want to be aggressive, but I think that was a base running mistake.
The pitcher not happy that the New York team is huddling in front of the dugout, and you could hear her yell, "Let's get a batter."
And that is not her prerogative, however. It's up to the home plate umpire. It may be a little gamesmanship by the Baby Crushers. If they can get this time to expire in this game, and I did hear a beeper. I don't think it was ours, Rich. But if time expires, they would be ahead and win. So I'd hit that appropriately, getting out there fast to try to get another inning of play where they could try to tie up or get ahead in this game. But the Baby Crushers just having a cheer is not going to be enough to get the umpire to push for a batter.
We are at play in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's the top of the order for the Baby Crushers. The leadoff batter is Leslie Cardenas. She has flied to right center field, and she has reached. And here is the next pitch to her. That pitch is flat, so it's illegal. In the next delivery, illegal again, ball 4.
And smart of Cardenas to take those pitches. It can be very stressful to be pitching when you are behind and trying to pitch fast to try to get that extra inning. So a lot of balls sometimes. Good to be patient up there right now.
This is Tiffany Laird, the EH. Runner at first. Another illegal pitch. That's 3 in a row of those. And here is the next one. That is a legal pitch, and it's also a strike, 2-2. And the offering swung on. There is a fly ball hit out into right center field, and the catch is made by the right center fielder. That's Steph McClusker. That's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Remember, the home team in this inning is the team that is batting right now, so if we do hear the beeper, that means that the game is over, and because they are the home team, they don't have to finish the at-bat. 4-2 our score, and the first pitch to Terrazas is a strike. I think I just heard the beeper. There is a pop-up. Shallow center field, right center fielder flashes over to her right and makes the catch. That's out number 2. Time has expired, and that's the game. I'd hit that, scored 2 runs in the top of the first. The Baby Crushers scored 4 in the bottom of the second. We had no other scoring in our ball game. So our final score here this afternoon, the Baby Crushers of Santa Ana 4, and the I'd hit that from Seattle 2. As Joel said earlier, we are going to take a break, get some nourishment in us, and have our voices recovered. We'll start again somewhere around 2 o'clock or so, and by that time perhaps we will then be in tournament play. But whatever, we will have 3 more games for you today, essentially at 2, 3:30, and 4:30. We want to thank you for being with us on behalf of Dr. Joel Tremblay and our technical advisors Luis Arroyo, Justin Kogewa, Roman Jimenez, and our on-site engineer, Mitch Barnes. Thank you for being with us here. We'll talk to you again from Doc Romeo or Romeo Field here in Las Vegas. This is the Cloud Sports Network.